officially made it through all of the EGFC Collegiate Rocket League quarterfinals. And we're getting in there. We've gotten down to 4 teams remaining, and it's about to come to because now we're hitting those semis. It's Tiny Shiny and Chef Billy still on to bring you the remainder of this broadcast, the remainder of this bracket. We've had some crazy upsets. We've had some crazy series go out the distance, but here we are, semifinal number 1. We're going to have UTA Arlington, one of the top 4 collegiate teams in the entire world, taking on a Butler University fresh off of an upset against NAU to find themselves in the semis. Chef Billy, what are we thinking about this one? We've been correct all the time so far. I gotta see. Where do the fielders think at this time?
I mean, we've seen a little, not the same UT Arlington domination here in these playoffs, and I don't know if it's just them not taking it as focused as they normally do. We've seen some 1-goal results in their games. Now they did go 3-0, obviously in their round robin stage, but I mean, this is a Butler team that just did the impossible. And does Cinderella lose her glass slipper here and have to go back in the pumpkin? Or the better story is, do they find the glass slipper and do they march on to the finals? These Mavericks from UTA, Samba, Nava, Adverse. Those are the 3 horsemen of the apocalypse of Rocket League here in the collegiate scene. And I mean, it's going to come down to if Butler plays at their very best, it might be good enough. And here we go. Butler in blue, UTA in white. Semifinals starting now, spot in the grand finals online.
This is it, right? Here, Butler, when we spoke to Kai off screen on the interview here, he didn't even sound like that he knew that they were playing UT Arlington yet. I don't think Butler expected to move on as fast as they did. And here they are. They're facing that number 1 team, and there's nobody that's been able to take them down. Absolutely nobody. Have they not looked as strong? Yeah, they've shown some signs of weakness, but nowhere near the point where like, oh my gosh, this team could actually be losing. This is the one predicted to take the entire basket here, as Kai is going to be the one to put those hopes to bed, or at least do the best that they possibly can. Butler has come out of the gate pretty strong with some really nice shots.
They're not going to back down. I told you. They don't care who the opponent is. They will play their brand of Rocket League, and come good or come bad, they're going to do it. And I mean, triple commit gets punished there. So you know what? They're going to file that away. They're going to say, you know what? We had some early aggression in the first 59 seconds, but we get punished for that. So now they will file that in. They will have somebody in rotation on the back. They can't be that aggressive because the accuracy and the technical prowess of these Mavericks is something else of a different level. And, well, we're going to see Morales go in, save, forced out by Samba.
Forced back out, but really quick recovery here. And to be Griggs has knocked this one off course. Even doesn't. No, you lose Craig to the demolition. Now it's Adverse once again, but Kai is hogging that goal line. Understand threat that Adverse is to that team, and we know very well that Butler has the ability to adapt themselves. Very smart players and how they're playing on the field. I mean, you can already see right now that Morales is kind of been hanging back a little bit more. Triple commits, they're not going to be coming through, but it doesn't even matter. Nava can just thread the needle between 2 of the Bulldogs and get this one up to 2-0 UTA.
I mean, how do you read that? That's the question. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it says 17 miles an hour. There's a lot more venom on that shot. It was the touch that slowed the ball down as across the line. That was probably a 65, 70 mile an hour shot with curve coming in. So Adverse and Nava really starting to hook it up there. Samba is going to bring some physicality to this. They know what just happened. And they know that they have to be on their full mettle here, and they are not playing around here in game number 1.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, Nava going to go ahead and get a third one in off the top. Yep, this is the championship contender that we know. Of course, they're not this whatsoever. They had the pleasure of watching Butler just walk through a semifinal or a quarterfinal match against a team that they likely were expecting to play against come into the grand. So here they are, UTA 3 in the first 2 minutes of the game. They're here to play.
They are here to play, but I mean, I'm going to tell you this again. Butler don't give up.
No.
Until that last whistle blows, they're not going to give up. It might be 22-1. It might be 22-0. And it's still going to be Butler fighting. And UTA are aware of this, and they are absolutely taking it to the Bulldogs. Nice save from Nava there. And I mean, Morales and company, they're going to have to get physical. I think that's the one weakness that UTA have is having the physical game turned against them. They are very willing to dish it out, but they can't take it. It's almost like a backyard bully. They don't like it when somebody punches back. And Butler, very adept at doing that.
Butler is a team that will take another team's mistakes or weaknesses and be able to recognize those, amplify them themselves. We're kind of yet to see that. Butler's physical game hasn't been nearly as strong. It didn't even up there that last game just because of how dominant it is here against the team. Like, hey, we got to disrupt that well-oiled machine somehow, and sometimes removing a player from the mix is going to be just it, because look at that. Beautiful carry from Adverse. I mean, not many players can pull that off.
I mean, I see our LCS players pull it off.
Yeah.
I think that's where at least a couple of these members of this Mavericks team is going to end up after their collegiate career is over. I definitely expect to see at least Adverse making the RLCS on some squad. I think Energy would be damn proud to pick up a home state product like Adverse, but you know what? They've got to get through the rest of the season. They got to get through the rest of the CRL, and then we shall see what we shall see. But I think that for sure, Adverse gets a look at least at the RLCS. I think that Samba and Nava also have very good chances to make a team.
I mean, they're ready.
Yeah.
Something. I mean, Kai here is sure giving them a run for their money. They don't give up. The perseverance, it's there. They're down 3-0 in the final minute. Butler, it's a lot to ask from the team. Back from a 3-0 deficit in the time allotted. However, they're going to do their darndest to get there. They don't give up at all, and that is one of their biggest strengths.
I mean, they lose in the Big East Championship game. They lose to Seton Hall in their round robin, and yet they're the ones standing. And, I mean, you know what? Fair play here to Nava and company. I mean, their aerial skills are... I mean, you thought the Shockley was good. You think that Kai is good in the air as well. Once again, I talk about different levels, and that's what UTA is. UTA is the pinnacle of collegiate Rocket League. I mean, they are so damn good. I mean, you talk about Columbia, you talk about your Akrons, you talk about Northwood, you talk about, you know, the EU team that I can't remember the name of right now, but I mean, this is what this Butler squad is up against. And I mean, we're going to see, you know, even a goal here would be to the better for them. It's going to be probably a shutout here for Butler. They're going to have to file this away and, you know, and figure out what they need to do here. And I think that it starts with physical play.
Yep.
I think it starts with disruption, not allowing UTA to have their way around the field, which they will do all the time. And I mean, look at that, 9 shots to 4. I mean, there were 7 saves from Butler on those 9 shots, and still the ball goes in 2 of those times with a fantastic save. They saved the ball, but it still ends up in the back of the net. So, I mean, that's the pressure that you're looking at from this Mavericks team. And UTA, I mean, they're firing. They're firing on all cylinders right now. They are not taking this lightly by any means.
And I do want to give the Mavericks some credit. You look at a team that is top 4 in the world, you say, like, all right, are they really taking this seriously? They're taking it seriously. They're not letting any of these teams catch them off guard. They're here to win today. I mean, they're kicking off with 4-0. And that is a start that we expected from them. I mean, kind of coming out of this with Butler. They're coming off a hot streak, for sure. They're on that hot streak. We know that sometimes it will give them a little bit of time, a bit of that opportunity to react and understand, adapt their own play style. And we'll see if this break between our rounds is just what they need to figure out what's going on and how they can iron that out. Physicality, that's step number 1. You've said it. I'm repeating it again because that is so important for Butler to be able to hold on to. And it's just the thing you can add to the mix, turn it around, or even it's an early goal, but Craig is not going to get that ball in time. UTA, they're going to have to take this one down to the other side as Nava is just soaring through the air.
Well, I mean, they accepted the damage coming in. They accepted the contact. They knew it was coming. They still threw the ball forward. Yep. So I mean, job done there. Now to get on top of Nava and then get past Adverse. That's a two-headed sword. Oh my word! Samba has to kick in the afterburners there to get back into this back into that play. I mean, they're playing with fire here because that is what happens. Morales gets on the board, and now let us see what a front-running Butler will do in game number 2.
Oh yeah, that was UTA. They took the ball in a very dangerous situation, and Butler, do not underestimate him at that point because Morales just went zoom right across the map. There you go. That was like a 76-mile-per-hour goal or something like that. So pretty high speeds, not really one to be countered. But Morales is doing a hot streak. What is happening from UTA?
It's not what UTA is doing. Morales takes the touch. You see Samba going for boost, and Morales. I mean, they get the touch, and Morales buries it in, playing pigeon in the back.
Wow. All right, Butler, we needed them to heat up. Well, here you go. They've been thrown on the border, and they're just about to get boiling here. 2 goals in the first minute of the game. Now, this could easily be turned around by UTA with the time that is allowed. Still an amazing start considering they got completely swept down to 4 previous matchup. Butler, they're keeping up with that perseverance. They've learned something, and Morales has been a huge part of this. Looking for to get a third. Saba with that save.
Oh, Nava coming up big there. But, I mean, it's not done. Kai in rotation, looking for Morales. Once again, the traffic along the side. Near post pushed out. Now Nava's going to be pushing out here. Craig just barrels in and takes the ball out. Bullies their way in. Kai looking for the shot. Kai with the goal. It's a hat trick lead.
Whoa! Butler, they are here, Billy. I think they were just taking a nap, maybe the first round, because the Bulldogs, they are back, and they are biting at the heels of the forces right now, because the Mavericks are down 3-0. UTA, I guarantee you they're like, what in the world just happened to the Bulldogs? What's happening here? They need to change something around, because Butler have completely flipped the tables in this match.
I mean, they're getting more aggressive on the ball. They're managing resources a lot better, too. Kai with a shot on goal. Kai looking for the touch around. Looks for the flip reset. Doesn't find it. No boost here in the corner for either side. And there is the pinch that comes out. Morales is going to stop it. Go in the air. 17 boost to work with. Going to look for the reset there. Going to take the damage coming in. And Kai and Morales just holding the ball up here. Not allowing any kind of a push from these Mavericks. UT Arlington looking at a 3-0 deficit 2 minutes in.
This is a look that they have not faced many times at all, Billy. They have lost very few rounds over the course of their season. I believe a total of 10, including the one loss that they had over 18 weeks. That's kind of crazy. And they're looking at one in the face. We've hit that halfway point, and Nava and Verse have been rather silent throughout this game. They've been getting the setups, but sometimes they're just falling short on these larger mechanical plays that they're going for. And Butler, they've got their bases covered. Notice how both Kai and Morales are in the best. Or just Morales now because the demolition came through, and that is what UTA needed to finally get one in on the Bulldog.
Yeah, watch the demo coming in from Adverse. Gone to Kai. Morales not able to swim back around. Yeah, that was a beautifully set up goal. And I mean, they're going to start pushing traffic on the goal line. They're going to start getting bodies there. The traffic or the demos doesn't matter to them. Anything will be acceptable as long as that ball ends up in the back of the net. And, well, your 3-goal lead has now been cut down to 2. Uh-oh.
Oh, no! It's just been cut down to 1, Billy! UTA, they got a bounce off the backboard. Zomber was in the right place at the right time. Craig even had a bit of an assist there because in first, this was a 3-player setup. Whether it was a bit of luck thrown in the mix, UTA, they will take it and move up to just 1. These were both ended with the last 30 seconds, Billy. Comeback is on the way.
Oh, it's already coming back. I mean, it's not on the way. It's already started.
It's here. It's here.
Yep, I mean, that's an important touch from Kai. Kai accepting the contact coming in. Make sure they keep their frame on the inside of that post, not allowing you to go through. Morales with the carry right now. Looking to get it over the top of Adverse. Adverse has boost to work with. Craig looking and hunting in the background. Nice touch there, and the demo comes through.
Demo goes through, and another one, actually. Butler, they're playing that physical game, Billy. That's going to win them this little fight for control. That possession now over to Morales. Needs to get it over 3 players who have now respawned. And rather rather upset with how they exploded into a couple of fireballs. Nava taking it back down to the Butler defensive end. Kai with a nice clear, but if you can't regain control, it doesn't matter too much. Oh, just a little bit too quick to get there because now Adverse, the control of the skies doesn't matter if Morales meets them or not, Billy, because Adverse is just too good.
I just, wow. That's just fantastic.
Oh. How did these... I mean, this is UTA. I mean, they're some of the best players in the world. We expect these things from them, but then when you see them in person, wow, that just happened. It really did just happen. And Butler, ooh, they got to be careful with how they're playing because UTA, they found a rhythm and not let a single one in, scored 3 of their own, and they're still battering that net. Butler have committed so much back to this defense that they're now struggling to get their reins back on the carriage and move it over to the other end.
Well, we want to see. We want to see what Butler has in the tank here. Because, I mean, UTA have woken up here in game number 2. I mean, Butler comes out and gives them 3 haymakers, and now they've answered back. 28 seconds left. Morales with boost, with the touch over the top! Oh, my word. If somebody would have been trailing that, that would have been the goal that puts them even in the series. As it is, Adverse on the goal line! Oh, Samba wants that one back.
Oh, Samba certainly wants that back, but now you get out Butler the opportunity to do what they do in these last couple of seconds and set up these plays off on the wall, but a collision between Kai. He's going to forfeit the control over to Adverse. Wants to make a last pitch effort here at volley. Kai lobbing it back down to the midfield where Nava is available to receive, but flying back down to the end of the Mavericks. Look like they want to keep this one going. He's trying to go for Morales. It's blocked. Craig is still there. Wants to get the ball up, but Samba, no, has gonna have none of it. They would just want to get this one on the ground. Butler, they had a chance, but they're gonna have to battle it out in overtime.
Oh, Unluckers. They had the look there to take a game number 2 in a snatching, and now Morales and company looking for the go-ahead goal. They need to get possession. They need to get now. They need to get a shot on goal. They need to put pressure on this Arlington net. The high ground being taken by Samba right there. They have 12 boosts. They have nothing else to work with. Looking for the rotations, not finding it there. Kai coming in off the top rope. That's a waterfall shot. Nobody there to clean up on the back of it. Morales looking forward. They're looking for Adverse. They need to get some bodies on to this gamer. They've left their gate wide open. There is the second goal game here for UTA. They double commit into the corner, left their goal wide open. That is a brain fart if I have ever seen one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Arlington, I can't say they're too disappointed with that misplay there. Butler University, they had it. They brought it to an overtime, but in the end, it is the UTA Mavericks on at top. And now, here they are, Billy. They're sitting at match point. Only one more match preventing them from moving forwards to those grand finals, which they're fighting hard for. I mean, look at the statistics alone here. Morales stepped up this game. Morales really stepped up this game, and you look who's more quiet? It is our friend Kai. Kai has been caught out time and time again, usually by Nava. It is getting contested, whether it's in the sky or just closer towards the end. They've identified Kai as the problem child, and guess what? They're dealing with him.
They are dealing with them, and Craig has been noticeably silent as well. So I think that the play off the ball, the incidental play, what you're looking at for these setups, when you're looking, to get a crossing play, when you're looking to go manage boosts in the corner, that's where UTA is so absolutely deadly, is the play off the ball. You don't always see it, but it's always there. They're always managing something. They're managing your boost. They're managing the walls. They're managing your angles and your lanes that you're trying to pass into. That is what you're facing up against one of the top teams in the world as far as collegiate Rocket League. And, well, I mean, Kai and company, they are up against it. This is the team that could. My friend Jeff and I, Bull Skunk and I, we called this back in fall. He just reminded me of this just now. He just reminded me that we called them going to nationals back in fall. My blue-collar Bulldogs is when I gave them that moniker. And regardless of the result, so damn proud of them and so proud of how far they have come. This is a signature statement for Butler University and their Rocket League program.
And what an accomplishment to get to this point. Facing